Okay, so I'm walking back to my dorm. Today was so much fun. It was sisterhood night. I honestly feel like that's like my family. Like, I love hanging out with them. That's like the happiest that I am with anybody that I've met on campus, and it makes me so happy.
Listen to this track!
Hey y'all, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Amelia Kate, or you might also know me as Rockettes. I'm a general business and hospitality management major with a concentration in meeting and event planning, which is a whole lot of words to say that I'm going to school to be a wedding planner. And I came into college as a freshman just hoping to find a community. And that's why I rushed AD Chi in the fall of my freshman year. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, I just knew that I did not want to go through college alone. And PC Fall 2022 gave me more than I ever could have imagined. To my New Yorkers, I love each of you so much. From Dance Alabama with Lacey to hometown visits with Michelle, Anaya, and Maddie, you each hold such a special place in my heart. You taught me something I didn't even realize I needed to learn. Never stop making friends. Even when you feel settled, even when you think your circle is complete, some of the best relationships of your life are waiting on the other side of a simple introduction. It's crazy to me how two of my greatest relationships of my freshman year had an invisible string tied to me from a young age. Chelsea, my biggest supporter, my voice of reason. Our first real connection was whenever I realized that she graduated high school with my cousin. I'm so thankful for the year that we had together and the way our relationship has grown even though we now live 10 hours apart. You showed me that real sisterhood doesn't disappear with distance, it deepens. And Michelle, my hometown bestie. I can't believe that we went to preschool together and grew up on the opposite sides of the same town and didn't actually meet until AD Chi brought us together. That is such a God thing. I cannot wait for more beach days and coffee shop visits where I order a Diet Coke, obviously. My freshman year would have looked so different if I didn't have AD Chi. But sophomore year is whenever everything really changed for me. When I became sisterhood chair, somewhere between planning events and movie nights, I realized this is what I want to do with my life. Create spaces where people feel like they belong. Stepping into Vice President of External Affairs only confirmed that. It pushed me, challenged me, and helped me grow. If I could give any advice, it would be this. Always be willing to help. Leadership isn't about a title, it's about showing up. To my executive board, thank you. Holding sisterhood chair and then VPE helped me to figure out what I was going to do with my life, but I couldn't have done it without each of you. Through every event plan that fell apart, every stressful moment, and every victory, you supported me, and that kind of support changes a person. I loved working with each of you to better AD Chi and so that we could grow AD Chi in a new way. Miss Madison Rose Bystrick. We were the most unlikely pair and somehow the perfect match. I loved living with you for 2 years. I cherished our conversations where we could disagree and still walk away loving each other even more. You taught me that growth comes from listening and not just talking, and that DEI is very, very, very important, and I can't wait to come visit you in Lubbock, Texas. And in case you didn't know, I have not one, but 2 littles. They're both a little bit crazy, but you know, who isn't? I'm so thankful for the time that we had together and the memories that were made. Being your big taught me so much about leadership, patience, and loving people well, and I'll always carry that with me. To Anaya and Kayla, walking through my AD Chi journey with both of you from beginning to end has been amazing. From almost getting kicked out together to Bridgerton watch parties, the 2 of you have been a constant in my life, and I'm so thankful for that. Junior year is whenever I really started to understand something deeper. God has a plan that we don't even see unfolding. Some doors closed, better doors opened, and lessons were learned that I didn't recognize at the time. But looking back, I can see his hand in all of it. To my Dancing with the Stars crew, Anna, Boston, Lauren, Kenzie, and Sarah, Dancing with the Stars would not be nearly as much fun without y'all. You brighten my week every single time. You remind me that joy is found in consistency and showing up even when you're tired. Now it's time for Madison Sarah Allen. Literally the funniest person I have ever met in my entire life. Thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone, always being down for anything, and staying on the phone until we realize that it's way too late. You remind me that sometimes the best memories happen when you just say yes. To PC Spring 2025, my sweet P&Ms turned the best actives. Walking you through recruitment and watching one of the largest spring classes AD Chi has had step into the sisterhood was such an honor. You are bold, you are joyful, you are on fire for the Lord. Watching you fall in love with this place reminded me why I fell in love with it too. And where would I be without my sweet grandbaby giraffe, Olivia? You are such a light, and I loved your hilarious relationship with your quote-unquote grandfather and our time in the student center. You are so my grandchild, and I wouldn't have it any other way. To Anna Marie, you bring me so much joy, so much laughter, and I just love spending time with you, and I can't wait to spend even more time with you in the future. If you know me at all, you know that I could not go through my senior speaks without bringing up Bucks. Sitting with random Bucks guys in the student center and going to some of their events led me to some of the best relationships of my college experience. And honestly, sometimes you just have to sit at the random table even though it might feel a little awkward, but it might work out. Insert picture of Brandon. You never know what God is orchestrating through one simple decision. And now we've finally made it to senior year, but it looks a little bit different. I've been inactive, but not far away. And want to know the most beautiful part of that? My closest friends are still the people that I met through AD Chi. That's how I know that this wasn't just a season, it was a foundation. To all of my perfects from over the years, you better be flipping your hair. Faith, Shateria, Christina, Anaya, Kayla, Hannah Grace, Rachel, Emily, Milena, Harley, and Paisley. Two sides of the same coin, our family has grown so much, and being the matriarch of this line has been one of the greatest honors. What can I say? We're perfect! To the esteemed members of the time, Caitlin, Emily Holquist, Ramsey, and more that I've already mentioned previously, y'all have been such a joy to hang out with this semester. I have loved just screaming at a TV with y'all and doing different crafts. You bring me so much joy, and I love you all so dearly. And finally, to the girl who feels like she doesn't quite fit in, to the one who doesn't have a clique, I guarantee that you are not the only one who feels that way. College has a funny way of making everyone look like they have it all figured out. Like everyone else has their group, their plan, and their place. But I promise you, there are more girls sitting in this room who felt alone than you realize. I have had seasons where I questioned where I fit in. I've had moments where I wondered if I was too much or not enough. And what I've learned is belonging doesn't come from forcing yourself into a space. It comes from staying long enough for the right people to find you. If you don't have a clique, that does not mean that you're behind. It might mean God is still writing your story. It might mean your people are still on their way. So don't shrink yourself to fit into a space that wasn't designed for you. Keep showing up, keep sitting at the random table, keep saying yes to the invitation, keep being kind, and keep being you. Because the right friendships won't make you feel like you have to audition for love. And one day, you'll look around and realize you're not trying to fit in anymore. You're home. So if I could leave you with one thing, it would be this. Never stop making friends. Always be willing to help, especially when it's inconvenient. Take trips with your sisters, because that's how you learn their true hearts. Sit at the random table, and start working on your senior speaks now, because man did this take a while. AD Chi didn't just give me friends, it gave me clarity, it gave me purpose, it showed me that hospitality isn't just a major, it's a calling. It's the way I want to live my life. So where am I headed? Well, I'm still here. I'm graduating in December, and I'm still chasing the dreams that started in the sisterhood position sophomore year. And I'm still hanging out at the student center. So come sit with me, come talk, come laugh, come plan the next big idea. Because if there's one thing this chapter has taught me, it's the right seat at the right table can change your life. And AD Chi was the table for me. And I love you all so very much. I went Alpha Delta Chi. Yay.